Howdy everybody, welcome to another episode of It Came From Facebook, where we check out marketplace listings for motorcycles on Facebook because it now costs $5 to list on Craigslist, and you only see the really seedy stuff on Facebook. We're looking at San Diego, California. SoCal should be some pretty good listings. Let's start off with this $11,000 Kawasaki ZX6R, shall we? All right, so this seller says 2024 Kawasaki ZX6R 636 KRT edition. This is one of the brand new ones with the new updated fairings, a couple new features. These have actually been a top seller for Kawasaki. I have seen really good things out of these bikes. People are really enjoying them. And because the R6 is no longer made, Kawasaki's kind of cleaning up shop. I was talking to my local dealer. They're selling a lot of these motorcycles. You see the seller has a little M4 exhaust already put onto it, a little tail tidy. Looks like he's already added some mirrors on the bike as well. Already went through and upgraded and modified a few things already. So the listing is a bit strange because it says brand new. 650 miles. Miles will go up as is almost daily. It has a service scheduled, definitely fast and a blast to ride. 11,500 out the door, or best offer rather. If you buy out the door from the dealer, it's gonna run you 14K plus, cash in hand and M1 for test rides, which is the licensure. This is a weird listing. It's usually odd to see a brand new motorcycle that's sitting on Facebook Marketplace. One of the reasons that can happen is perhaps the seller is in a bad financial situation, needs to get out from the loan, because I don't see that the title is free and clear in hand. He has not said that here in the listing. And if that's the case, if you're looking at a motorcycle, you're gonna buy it used, if someone has a loan on it, don't buy the bike. You need to have the title free and clear in hand. You don't want to mess with anybody else's loan. That's kind of a messy process. It can be possible. I've actually done it before because I really wanted my Husky FU501S. The owner had a lien on it. We negotiated a deal. I got all the information I possibly could from him and I did it, but I really don't recommend it because it still felt a little sketchy. So this guy's saying that if you're going to buy it from the dealer, it's going to run you $14,000. Possibly here in Texas, it's probably a little bit less. In California, I have seen some insane dealer markups and fees and freight and additional service and prep. There was actually a guy on our Discord server that posted up, I think it was, I don't remember what model it was, but it was basically like $2,000 of dealer additional fees, which really sucks. So this is a weird find. The bike is obviously super clean. It's brand new. You can tell it's been barely used, maybe taken out to the track once because the photos are right next to a recreational vehicle of some sort. Either this person lives in that recreational vehicle and decided to buy a 636, which is not an intelligent idea, or more likely, this is their RV that they took the bike to the track and did some fun and had some good time with it. So kind of a weird listing. We're gonna go ahead and mark this one as a 6.5 out of 10 and keep it moving. All right, up next is an interesting listing, a 2008 KTM RC8R. These are awesome. This was the last real deal super bike that KTM made. This was a limited production model bike. They really didn't make many of these. They were really hard to find back in the day. And they've kind of become a cult classic because they feature just that juicy, giant V-twin engine inside of a superbike frame. I had the chance to ride one of these around at Road Atlanta a few years back, and they are just super special. This one appears to have a special livery with the number 5 of Johan Zarco from MotoGP. He used to be a KTM rider, and this may line up with that livery. I think that's what that number 5 is, but 2008 was way before he was actually on KTM. I think he was a KTM rider in like 2016 or 17. I can't quite recall. But the seller says KTM RC8 1190 2008. This was an import with 6,000 miles, full race exhaust, aftermarket rear sets, new Q4 tires, full service just done, new pads, runs hard track plastics, flash tuned, ready to ride, only has a handful of track days, clean title, no DMV fees, $7,250 is the price. So kind of a no frills description here, a giant run-on sentence, so leaving me a little bit of pause, but You know, KTM owners are not known for their grammatical prowess. The odometer has 10,962 miles on it. If it has been a track bike, which I think it was, because you can see here, you have a little bit of Velcro on the machine on the dash. Usually that's a lap timer or some sort of, you know, feature that you'd put on the bike. But it looks like it still could be used as a road bike. I see a very small headlight right there. Maybe if you put a rear bracket back here for your license plate, you could, in theory, use this as a road bike. But quite frankly, you should buy this thing as a track bike. So 2008 KTM RC8R, pretty good find. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Keep it moving. I know a vast majority of you watching this channel don't own your own bike yet, and that's okay. Soak up the knowledge and enjoy yourself while you're here, my sweet squid in training. But did you know I give away motorcycles here on this channel? I've actually given away over 50 bikes valued at over $500,000 in the last 5 years. All you need to do to get entered is go to yammynoob.co, pick out a hat, a hoodie, a t-shirt, a key tag, whatever you want, and every dollar you spend will be an entry to win, subject to a cool multiplier. It's the easiest, no commitment way to get entered to win. But if you want the best chance to win, you should become a member. Not only will you get automatic entries to win, but you'll also get access to our exclusive Discord server, spicy NSFW Yammy Noob content, and more. So head over to the website, get entered to win, and check it out. All right, bit of a strange listing. 2013 Ducati Hypermotard SP listed for $3,000. Strange. The listing is in Spanish at first, but then we have English underneath. It says 2013 Ducati Hypermotard SP, 25,000 miles. 3,000 is the price in dollars. The bike has details, so the bike starts and runs without problems. Not negotiable. You can come and start it without problems. The plates expired last year. I have a salvage title. The bike is in Mexicali. Lots of red flags here. First of all, $3,000 is way below what you would expect to pay for a 10-year-old Hypermotard. These bikes would easily be worth double that money. It's very odd to see it worth $3,000. The second thing is, the way this bike is parked and positioned doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. It's kind of like tucked away in a random, like, you know, you got a washing machine, a bird cage, a paint bucket. The whole thing's not really adding up. The second thing is, the seller here is stating many times that the bike has no issues. You can start it up, it's all good. However, from my own experience, I know that these early model Hypermotards, especially from 2013, were well documented to have a lot of issues. There was actually a YouTuber called Snowcat way back in the day who had a Hypermotard, and it had nothing but problems. So much so that Ducati actually requested him a cease and desist to stop posting content about the bike being so bad, because it, I think, was damaging their reputation. But this whole thing is really strange. I don't trust this listing at all. And this is the type of thing where the deal can seem too good to be true, and that's because it is. You don't want to get stuck into a situation where you've emotionally, become attached to a bike and you're like, oh man, I really want to get this bike. It looks so great. $3,000 for a freaking Ducati Hypermotard. How can I go wrong? Salvage title, the guy saying that it starts and runs really, really well. I don't believe that. It could be stolen. I mean, this kind of feels like stolen bike situation to me, because something that nice being sold for that little usually doesn't make sense. So this one we're going to rate a 2 out of 10 because of suspected fraud. And let's move on to the next bike. All right, boys, we got an absolute crazy sauce one here. 2024 CF Moto 450 SS, $7,500. What the heck is going on here? Okay, seller description: CF Moto 450 SS, 3,344 miles, never been dropped. I have records for 600 and 3,100 mile maintenance. The chain has been cleaned every 500 miles. Top of the line aftermarket exhaust. Original is available upon request. There's an upgraded battery for better performance, and that's all we have on here. My friend, $7,500 for a 3,344 miled 400 SS is absolute crazy pants territory. What are you talking about that you're trying to sell this bike for $7,500? So if you look here, the MSRP for a CF Moto 450 SS on this website here, I'm seeing $5,499. So brand spanking new. You could go and pick this thing up for less than $7,500 at the dealer, even if they rake you over the coals with dealer fees and charges and freight and prep and assembly and dock fees and all that crap. You will pay less than this. So I'm not sure why this person thinks that they are going to get $7,500 out of their bike. What it seems like to me is this person bought their bike as a beginner bike, maybe brand new. They used it as a beginner bike. Now they're ready to move on. And they're like, ooh, I'm going to take a big old hit on this thing. Again, we don't have anything saying that the title is clear and in hand here. So this person is once again another, probably has a loan out on it, probably trying to sell it for close to what they paid for it. And it's just not going to happen, guys. If you buy a brand new vehicle, you're going to either take an enormous depreciation loss on it when you go to sell it, especially if you try to sell it just a year or two after you bought it. If you buy a brand new vehicle, the best thing you can do is hold on to it for as long as possible, especially if you got a decent interest rate or if you just bought it outright in cash. That's the benefit of a new vehicle, is it will last a long time and has a factory warranty. If you're trying to flip vehicles and, kind of come and go from them, don't buy brand new. That's not an intelligent way to do it if you want lots of different bikes. If you want lots of different bikes, have a little bit of pool of cash, buy them outright, keep them, have the title, flip them for later. If you buy them pre-owned and keep kind of a rotating door in your stable, you're gonna lose a whole lot less money. So I'm gonna rate this one a 5 out of 10 because $7,500 for a 450 SS is just nuts. Let's keep it moving. Okay. I'm not really sure what the heck is going on in San Diego, if it's just the ocean breeze is getting in y'all's nose and is getting everybody going a little crazy. We have a 2020 Honda Grom for $5,000. Huh? What, a 4-year-old Grom with 6,500 miles on it? You want $5 grand? A bike that you clearly stored inside, which is nice, but then you also just chucked on a bunch of random aftermarket parts and all this stuff. $5,000? This is at most a $2,800 motorcycle. It's a used Honda Grom. What's the MSRP on a Grom? Let's go find that out really quick. The base Honda Grom price is $37.99. This right over here, Honda's saying it's $35.99. This 2022 Cycle World Review is $33.99. So mid 3,000s. Why on God's green delicate earth do you think it's worth $5,000? Seller says, great bike, fun on and off road. Okay, so you're off-roading your Grom and you expect me to pay $5,000 for it. Has a clean title and reg is current. That's nice. Couple of small upgrades: exhaust, pro taper bars, short clutch lever, brake lever, chain tension, foot pegs, slight cosmetic boo-boos, but boogies like she's at the club. Wow, that's an interesting description. So you've dropped the bike, you've modded the bike, you've had it for 6,500 miles, you've taken it off-road, even though it's not an off-road vehicle. My guy, $5,000? I think this is a $2,500 motorcycle, but you can put it up for sale at 5Gs and watch it just sit there and nobody's gonna talk to you at all. I do like the cat in the photo, I do have to admit, that's very nice. So, kind of strange, a bit odd, but do what you gotta do. If you think the bike's worth that much money, go ahead and try to get that much money out of it, but I don't think it's gonna happen. So I'm gonna rate this one a 3 out of 10. I think you San Diego people are a little crazy. All right, folks, this next one is just a testament to Yamaha's build quality and reliability. 2014 Yamaha FZ09, bikes that are near and dear to my heart. I owned a 2015 Yamaha FZ09 back in 2016 and 17. Had a ton of fun with that bike, did a lot of cool mods to it. Mine looked kind of like this. I blacked it out, I did a bunch of cool stuff to it. This one appears to have a slightly aftermarket exhaust from what I can tell. Looks like this owner really took care of it, but what I want to point out to you is this motorcycle has 56,100 miles. But I don't think that should scare you, because it looks like this bike was well cared for. There's a big difference in motorcycles that have 20,000 miles and the owner kept it outside, didn't maintain the chain, didn't do the valve clearances, blah, blah, blah. But the fact that this Yamaha, which first of all is already gonna be a bike that runs forever, they're pretty much bulletproof, is at 56,000 miles and is still running good, that's a great thing. And the seller listing just says good, strong, and fast. like Hercules or Mulan. They're just good, strong, and fast. That's all you got to know about the Yamaha FZ09 from 2014. You don't need to ask yourself questions about, oh, like, you know, what'd you do with the bike? Do you have the title? Like, what's going on? Why are you selling it? No. It's good, strong, and fast. That's it. You know what it is. You can clearly see from the photos. It's a Yamaha FZ09. If you don't know, now you know. $4,700, I think, is actually a very fair price for this thing. It's in really clean condition from everything I can tell. It looks like it was tastefully owned and modified. It doesn't look excessively beat up on or anything like that. Listen, it was an FZ09, so the guy probably did a lot of wheelies with it. That's what you do with this sort of bike, but you know, he looks like he has proper track stands for it. Looks like he's done nice work on it. You know, the mileage is a little concerning. That's a lot for a motorcycle, but again, a Yamaha, good build quality, set up well, ridden well, hopefully adult owned and maintained. I think you can't really ask for much more than that. So I'm gonna rate this one an 8 out of 10 and keep it moving. All right, boys, I tell you, these are the ones you wanna look for. Oh, this thing is gorgeous. 2006 Yamaha FZ1 with the anniversary colorway. Oh my goodness, look how beautiful this bike is. Okay, so the FZ1, this was back in the day the top dog naked bike. This features R1 frame and engine, but the pre-crossplane R1 engine. This thing is in really, really clean spec. I'm telling you, Yamaha FZ owners, they are goated. Guys, this is how I know this, okay, look, this is how I know this bike was cared for. Look at the extra key. He still has the original blue little plastic film that you get from the dealer. Oh my goodness, that is just a gorgeous thing to see. Look how clean everything in here is. 48,900 miles on this bad boy. Look at the seat, look at the chain. Oh my God, this is so clean. Oh, it's beautiful. Just normal wear and tear. This thing's ridden 48,000 miles. I mean, it looks great for that kind of mileage. Someone really took care of this thing. The tire wear looks appropriate. Doesn't look like any crazy street squidding stuff. My man over here with the patrician Michelin Road 6s. Guy, let's just... This is what we like to see, boys. This is that perfect Facebook listing I tell you guys about. Let's see what they say here. Price is firm. I don't see why not. $4,000 is a beautiful price for that bike. 2006 Yamaha FZ1 rare anniversary colorway. Upgrades. Rizoma handlebars for more upright comfort, gold adjustable levers, smoke double windscreen, frame sliders, engine covers, rear fender eliminator kit, smaller turn signals, Scorpion CF slip-on exhaust, Atlas throttle lock. My man, just with the throttle lock too, boy, come on, baby, come on. Battery tender lead. This guy's using 100% of his brain. Maintenance. Recent oil filter change, recent Michelin Road 6s, 250 miles on them. Bike has a clean title, runs and rides perfect and needs absolutely nothing. Super comfortable bike with plenty of power, will ignore low ball offers. A very good bike for the money, price is firm. Not many used bikes out there for 4K that doesn't need anything. M1 endorsement and cash in hand for all test rides. Definitely wouldn't recommend for beginner. Clear sentences, punctuations, periods. 10 out of 10 for this listing, baby. Come on. Come on. That is so good. You love to see it. You love to see it. You love to see adult human beings taking care of their things, owning them correctly, and then listing them on sale for a reasonable price. You could get this, or for $1,000 more, you can get a decrepit upgraded Honda Grom. Think about it. Think about it, boys. 10 out of 10 for this Yamaha FZ1, dude. Perfect bike. Perfect listing, perfect. This is what I tell you guys. Don't settle for garbage. Don't go out there on Facebook and be like, oh, I'm gonna get this bike, I'm gonna get that bike, I'm gonna get a $3,000 Hypermotard 950. Wait, be patient. The right motorcycle will appear. This thing is a gem. I still have an inkling to fly out somewhere, buy one of these perfect listings, and then just ride it back all the way home and make a whole video series about it. I would love to do that because this just really gets me going. I get so fired up when I see this stuff. It is awesome. My friend, 10 out of 10 listing. I hope this goes to a great home. This is a great bike. What a cool find. Enjoy it, ride it. I mean, I would say that you've already ridden it 48,000 miles. It's a beautiful thing. So yeah, let's keep it moving. What in the sweet name of Christ do we have here? A 2021 Kaabo Wolf Warrior 11 Plus. This, wow, look at these photos with this dragon in the back, these stock photos. This has to be a scam, right? You're just trying to take my money for some reason. Kaabo Wolf Warrior 11 Plus performance stand-up electric scooter with 35 watt-hour battery, front and rear, 1200 watt hub motors, suspension, dual disc brakes, headlight, tail light, brake light, and side running lights. That sounds terrifying. Street tubeless tires installed along with fingerprint ignition lockout, disc lock with alarm, and second motion alarm. These little scooters, to me, it feels like cyberpunk dystopia, but like really stupid. This feels like super dumb cyberpunk dystopia that we have to live with. You know, it's like the meme of like, you'll own nothing and be happy, you'll eat bugs and be happy. Instead of a motorcycle, you're gonna get this thing. Instead of a Yamaha R1, we're all gonna ride these in the future and you're gonna love it. You're gonna spend your little Amazon Bezos bucks on the Wolf Warrior 11 Plus and you will be happy. But you won't even own it, you'll subscribe to it and then you can't even own the thing. And then you'll rent a luxury studio apartment for $2,800 a month or whatever. That's the world we currently live in. The top speed is close to 50 miles an hour. Just in case you want to release yourself from this mortal coil in the dumbest way possible, jump aboard the Kaabo Wolf Warrior 11 Plus, pin it full throttle, and send yourself into a wall wearing no gear at 50 miles per hour. Pray to God that you don't live and see the world we're gonna live in. 0 out of 10 for this listing. Let's keep it moving. You know what? For the dragon in the background, I'll bump it up a point. Why not? Keep it moving. There are so many Gixxers in San Diego. That's crazy. I don't even know where to look for all these Gixxers. Let's check out this one right here. This looks interesting. 1999 Ducati Supersport. Beautiful yellow color right here. Wow, this thing has been meticulously maintained. $8,900 is a bit spicy, but oh, boys, look at, oh my God, look at the dash. It's so sick. It's so authentic. This is a real deal Ducati. Look at this steel tubular frame right here, trellis, the suspended little L-twin Ducati motor. This is real deal Ducati. This is pre-VW Ducati. This is the real deal right here. Oh, gorgeous. The oversized exhaust right here. This is, yeah, old school stuff. It's in really good shape. A couple of nicks right there, but it's in really good shape, to be perfectly honest. These bikes are interesting because this was kind of like Ducati's take on, I mean, it's sort of like a, it's hard to say it because Suzuki was doing it at the same time, but it's got like the half faired thing with the no belly pan. So it wasn't like a real deal race bike, but it had low clip-ons and it had a pretty aggressive engine on it. Famously, I think this is the bike that Hunter S. Thompson penned about and said it was like the scariest thing ever or whatever. I don't think it makes that much power, but it's a very visceral riding experience, which is cool. Lots of photos on this though. Look how clean this is right here. Look at all that. That is a clean motorcycle. What does this guy say? Oh, complete sentences. Looking for a powerful and stylish motorcycle that won't break the bank? Introducing the 1999 Ducati Supersport 750, a true masterpiece of designing and engineering. Powered by a breathtaking 748 engine, this motorcycle is guaranteed to deliver an unparalleled riding experience. This beauty comes with a factory features that will leave you in awe. The iconic trellis frame, adjustable suspension, and Brembo brakes ensure maximum performance and safety. I feel like this guy just plug this from like whatever the listing description was like way back in the day. I'm like, my guy, it's not that high of a performance machine anymore. Things have changed since then. But good listing description here. This looks like maybe a dealership is holding on to this because it's a little too thorough. But yeah, we got tons of pictures. This classic Ducati yellow. I'm such a big fan of a yellow Ducati. I really can't help it. It's one of my favorites. But this one, I think we're gonna rate an 8 out of 10. All right, boys, thank you so much for tuning in today's video. I hope you had a lot of fun. I'll catch you in the next one. See you later. Oh, I love being here inside of the warm embryonic fluid of Valentino Rossi. Me and him just sharing foods together. Maybe he's gonna eat some pizza or some pasta here in the hills of Tavullia. But you know where else it's nice and warm and cozy is this next episode of Yami Noob. You can click on right over here. I'd love for you to watch it. But anyways, I'm gonna stay here hanging out. Me and him might go onto the track later, but I'll catch you guys later.